Many of you have likely played the Don't Starve franchise and know just how hard it is to survive those games. If you felt during those runs that you could have used an extra hand, then you're in luck because Don't Starve Together gives you that extra set of hands to survive alongside. This is the multiplayer version of the franchise, and you can either play with your friends or others online to survive in the mysterious land you're dropped in. Figure out what's around you, build what you can to stay safe, then prepare to fight off some of the creatures of the land to survive. How long you last will depend on how well you work together. Perspective is honestly everything if you think about it, and Grounded gives you that unique perspective in this co-op adventure game, where you and 3 others will be shrunk to the size of an ant in your backyard and forced to survive while dealing with threats that are very much new thanks to your new perspective. We're talking about insects, among other things. What you do in the game will affect how the insects view you, and whether they'll attack. But there's more than just bugs out in the backyard. There's a deep mystery that'll lead you to unique spots and meet unique characters. So if you're not too big to be little, jump into Grounded and see all it has to offer. Minecraft is one of the most popular games of all time, but that doesn't mean it's a complete survival game as some suggest. There is survival mode, but as we mentioned in other lists, this is not why people play the game. They play because of their ability to acquire resources and do anything they can think of. They even build warehouses to store their materials so that they can build later. It's fine if you want to try the survival mode, but if you want a real survival challenge, the other games on our list will be better for you. Rust is a title that will force you to survive under the worst of circumstances and with dangers all around you. Your character is stranded on a mysterious island with nothing on them, not even clothes. You'll have to adapt to your surroundings fast to overcome the dangers all around you. Other players will be in the same situation you're in, and you'll need to fight them off and get more resources so you can outfit yourself with what you need to survive. Rust continually updates and has had over 300 content updates since launch, so you're playing the game at its best when you dive into it. If space is more your speed, then Space Engineers will be a survival title to enjoy. In it, you'll be an engineer tasked with building all manner of craft, ships, stations, and so on to survive all that space has to offer. You can make whatever ship you want and then head out into the void of space. But be warned, the game is designed to be realistic and adhere to the laws of science and nature. Whatever you make sure it's functional and will last. Once you go into space, explore multiple worlds and build stations where you can live, gather resources that you can use and expand your reach across the stars. At first, DayZ may seem like your typical zombie survival game, but it's more robust than that. In the title, you'll create your character and be put in the area known as Terraria. Here, zombies are everywhere, and survival is the only thing that matters. But how you survive there is up to you. Unlike other games with other players, the only goal here is survival. That means you'll need to be aware of your surroundings at all times and decide how to handle other players you meet. Will you befriend them and form a party to take on all threats? Will you kill them to ensure they don't kill you first? The choice is yours. No Man's Sky is proof that if you do something wrong at the launch of your title, you can make it better over time. The game from the dev team at Hello Games puts you in a massive universe and lets you roam it as you please. With millions upon millions of planets to explore, you'll never be wanting for something new and exciting to do. You can go to each planet and just see what is there. Or you can research it and explore the local wildlife. There are missions you can do as well that can keep you occupied, plus you can play the game with friends. Hop in your spaceship and just take a ride across the stars. Terraria is a game that isn't solely about survival. You can do so much in the title that survival might not be something that comes across your mind. The reason for this is Terraria puts players in a sandbox environment and lets them do what they want in that sandbox. If they want to go on an action-packed adventure to fight enemies and face off against the threats of the world, they can do that. Or, they can take the simple path and construct a city from the resources they find. The choice is yours. Plus, each world you arrive at the start of the game is different. If you were to list places you'd never want to try and survive in, what would be at the top? Depending on how knowledgeable you are about the world, you might say the Amazon rainforest. That entity is packed with all sorts of wildlife and plant life that can kill you, so be grateful that the only time you'll likely have to survive there is in the game Green Hell. Your character wakes up in the middle of the Amazon and must fight to get his way out. Plus, he'll have to look into his memories for the reason he ended up there in the first place. But the truth you seek might not be the truth you want.
Of their own after that, and I should be able to ask some questions then. Some elders are opposed to this, though. Luckily, Chief Kuini is on my side.
Why are they opposed?
I think they were divided even before I joined them. The chief wanted to approach the World Health Alliance peacefully, but a few of the elders insisted on fighting. Now, the Yabahuaca basically have two factions.
Sounds dangerous, Mia. Be careful.
I'm not in any danger. Told you, I'm optimistic.
Dying Light Tuesday Human takes place many years after the original title and gives you a new location to survive in. Welcome to the city, where zombies are rampant and humanity isn't much better. Your character is trying to get some mysteries of his past solved, and you'll need to work your way through the city to get the answers you need. But the zombie horde might have an issue with that. You can scrounge for weapons to use and items to craft with, or avoid them completely with parkour. But you'll have to also mind your zombie infections so that you continue to stay human.
On behalf of all its whores, bandits, and idiots, I christen you a citizen of Villador.
And in the name of law, you're sentenced to death for treason.
Surviving in Conan the Barbarian's world isn't just something you have to do, it's more something you want yourself to do. Because surviving in this place is not easy. Your character must fight for everything they have achieved in these lands. You can choose to fight for survival on your own or team up with other players and create cities to live in. Just know that not everything in the realm is human. You will face off against monsters, mages, and even other players who want to take what you have.
Supposed to be like this.
7 Days to Die is one of the biggest video games out there. The title has been home to millions of players due to the amount of content you'll find in it. It's still a survival game, but there's a lot to do as you survive. This is a world devastated by a zombie virus, and now whole cities are left empty to explore and get resources from. What will you craft to take down threats you come across? Will you dare to team up with other players so you can live together or die alone? The world is massive, seek out what's there and use it how you will. On the island of Ark, many things are trying to kill you. You'll arrive naked on the island with only the urge to survive, and survive you must. For on this island are dangers both natural and prehistoric. That's right, there are dinosaurs on this island, and they can be your steed to ride into battle or your greatest threat if you're not prepared. Slowly work through the island to get the materials you need to craft weapons and resources to survive. Then, take the fight to other players and creatures to show them that this island is your home. In State of Decay 2, you can't just be concerned with your survival, because the game puts you in charge of an entire community of survivors, and you'll guide them to safety as best you can, all the while putting them in harm's way as zombies will come for you. Build your new home by getting your community members to do tasks, build up defenses, start up farms to make food, send people out to get resources, and so on. The better you manage your community, the better the chance you all survive. If you make the wrong decision and they die, they stay dead, and you have to move on.
Hey, there's a barrel on the battlefield.
The Survivalist's quite difficult, as you'll find out, because not only will you need to build what you can to survive, you'll need to endure the day and night cycles, the other creatures of the island, and even mythical forces. But fear not, you'll be given the chance to survive as you'll find resources, play with friends, and you can even train the local monkeys to do the work for you. Explore the island, figure out its secrets, and see what you will do to survive.